Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time doing another Disney film review, and this one is on Oz the Great and Powerful. Now, as you know, Oz the Great and Powerful was a 2013 fantasy adventure film that was directed by Sam Raimi, who gave us, Spider-Man, Darkman, and Evil Dead, and is meant to be this spiritual prequel towards the 1939 film. And I think after watching Doug Walker's Disney December review on Oz the Great and Powerful, the best I can say is that it's a prequel that obviously knows what it has to be. It's got a straightforward message about thinking through your actions and how, lying and tricking people might not always work out the way you intend. And the premise of the film is meant to follow how, in 1905 in Kansas, we kind of see how, Oz, who is meant to be known as Oscar Diggs, is meant to be this phony magician and con artist working for a traveling circus. And we kind of see how after a incident with one of the kind of circus performers, we kind of see how Oscar desperately tries to escape. And after using a hot air balloon, we see how after a freaky tornado, he ends up getting transported to Oz, and where, he ends up meeting Theodora, who's obviously meant to be the Wicked Witch of the West before she becomes her. And right away, we see how Oscar uses every manipulation tactic. He tries to make himself seem like he's meant to be this great protector when he's not. And throughout the film, you do see how Oscar realizes the consequences of lying, manipulating, as well as making these false tales to sound like he's this great and powerful wizard. And over the film, he now realizes the truth about Theodora as well as her sister, and more about the evil witch that he was meant to kill, known as Glinda. And I think the whole point of the film's message is about how, you need to think through your actions. You can't always expect to lie and manipulate to get yourself out of trouble. And I think the whole point of Oscar's character is that he doesn't think through his actions. He doesn't really see the consequences of what can go wrong. And when he has to see it, he understands that he's basically screwed up. Like, there is a scene with this girl in a wheelchair who says to make her walk, and you can tell right away he realizes that he might have given her hopes up way too quickly. And there is a scene with the China doll where he now realizes how much his boastful nature has gotten him into trouble. And I think James Franco was a perfect choice for playing Oz. You get this sense he's trying to play this smooth-talking con artist, and that's the whole point of James Franco playing Oz. He doesn't think through his actions. He gets himself into trouble. And anytime he tries to do something, it gets even worse. And I think the whole point of the whole Lala revealed story, despite what Nostalgia Critic says, is a cautionary tale about not lying, manipulating, as well as coming clean sooner, not later. But I do give the film credit is that it is showing this magical land of Oz. We do kind of see how something isn't right about the Emerald City. And I actually don't think Mila Kunis was a bad choice, but I can kind of see where, when she becomes the Wicked Witch, she doesn't have this big booming voice or anything. It sounds like she's trying to be this evil character, but doesn't have a kind of secondary voice. Again, I think what makes Noob Saibot as well as the Revenants in Mortal Kombat work was they were meant to have this more demonic voice. You could get this sense that they want the same people they once were. And I think it's a shame they couldn't get someone to do a bigger, deep, booming voice for Theodora's witch form, which I think they could have gone with someone I think could sound a bit more like a deep, booming voice. I mean, there are tons of actresses you can go who can have that darker, louder, booming voice. And I think it's a shame. And I think that the rest of the film is trying to be a prequel answering questions. And I think Oz the Great and Powerful is an okay film. It obviously knows it has to go with a basic, straightforward story, but keeping the plot simple, keeping it close to the original Wizard of Oz film, and yeah, having it start off in black and white and then in colour is meant to be that reference to the 1939 film. And yeah, the point of it being in black and white is meant to show this dark, bleak, depressing setting of the early days. And yeah, the whole point, much like with Dorothy, is Oz kind of being stuck in this miserable, depressed world. But when he's in Kansas, but when he's in the land of Oz, it is meant to be colourful. It is meant to show this other side to it. But to me, I think, yeah, Oz the Great and Powerful does deserve a thumbs up. It's not bad, not great, but it is a film trying to do what it has to do to answer questions. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.